Like nearly 20,000 others, when the call went out to help my brothers in New Orleans, I went. I thought to repair their homes. We were later helped to appreciate, though, that by doing this, we were helping to re-establish pure worship in the area. This was, for all intents, Bethel service. We were housed around the city in dormitory fashion. This was the Constance Street house where I stayed, and this is my air mattress bed on the floor. The empty house accommodated about 25 brothers. Claiborne Avenue Kingdom Hall was remediated and converted into a dormitory housing about 100 brothers. This was the entry of the hall. Notice it wasn't all work and no fun? The women's bathroom had been converted to showers. This might look like a normal laundry room, but it turns out to be the utility closet for the Kingdom Hall. It was modified, and here are the bunks that the brothers stayed in. The Disaster Relief Center, or the DRC, that I went to was on Congress Drive. It was referred to as the Congress Hub. Our day would start off with breakfast, and it was always very good. When breakfast was over, the kitchen crew got to eat, and when they were done, they had to go right back to work, getting ready for the next meal. After breakfast, the family sat down for morning worship with the daily text and a short talk, and safety meetings on select days. And after that, we met with our overseer to get our assignments. Here is the office for the department overseers. Several from Alaska came down. To the left of the picture is Bob and Natalie Gepner. They're the reason that I got to come down, since I wasn't experienced as a plumber. I remember them fondly. These are some outside pictures of the Congress Hub. It had on site men and women shower facilities, laundry, kitchen you saw, tool crib, and mechanic shop for any mechanical problems the vehicles might have. You could even get a haircut on site. To remediate a building basically meant to gut it and treat it for mold and pests. And this is a remediated Kingdom Hall on A.P. Thoreau Street, and it was being used as a warehouse. There was a few of these around. The brothers in oversight of the warehouse stayed in their trailers on site. Notice that we can drive a forklift into the hall, and it was full of building materials. Again, not all work and no play. They were very ingenious here, not wasting any of our mistakes. The girls in the office even put them to good use to make their area purty. The warehouse overseer, Rocky, and his wife, Kim, were leaving. So the brothers gave them a gift, and everybody signed it. This was the first house that I was able to work on. It was called the Shotgun House Floor Plan and was actually a duplex. Sometimes if the owner didn't rent the other side, we would open the wall between, increasing the usable area. If they rented it out, we only repaired the side that our brother lived in. When we worked the plumbing on a house, the water would have to be turned on and tested and then shut off again after we left. Well, somebody didn't realize that and had to, shall we say, do the do. And by the time we got there again, it stunk up the whole house, hence the sign. The temperature was hot and the humidity really sapped your strength, so we took breaks to enjoy each other. We were told that we were to take the time to stop and visit with the homeowners if we met with them, since that would contribute to their emotional assistance. This reminded us that this work was getting done not by our power, but by Jehovah's Spirit. This former pioneer sister's grandparents had originally bought this home, and her parents, her and her siblings were born in this home. It was all that she had left, and we had the privilege of repairing it for her. Most all the homes we worked on had serious problems, some of which we had to work around. Notice how the door sits in the door jamb. This house had lots of room and was clean underneath compared to what we normally got. This is closer to normal. Here are some more willing workers. Notice too that all these homes had the traditional FEMA trailers parked outside that tap into the water and the sewer of the house. plumbing was something different than most of us were used to. We used flexible tubing called PEX. The waste, drain, and vent lines were ABS and PVC. Sometimes they were even run on the outside walls of the house. The truck standing behind us was called the monkey truck. It was the mobile plumbing supply unit, and we were glad to have it because usually it had a lot of the fittings and tubing and everything else that we needed in it. I can't say it was hard work, but it was hot, and it really made you want to drink. The beer company, Anheuser-Busch, gave us what we needed. Water, that is. The home we're working on here was owned by an older sister that so much appreciated what we did that she brought by about 30 pounds of crawfish, spicy corn on the cob, hot potatoes, and 3 or 4 different po' boy sandwiches, and plenty of cold drinks for us to enjoy. New Orleans had some amazing sights, beautiful architecture, amazing structures, and some surprising things. This is a church with the American flag painted across its roof. Here, there are some houses that slated for destruction, and the Six Flags amusement park. If you look close, you can see the tops of unoccupied FEMA trailers, and I got run off by security and was told not to take any more pictures. These were taken before that. Anyone need a boat? Here's the levee wall, and here's where it broke. I was told that it pushed a 900-foot section in 15 feet. This church was totaled when the water from the levee hit. There used to be a house sitting there on the other side of the church. The brick house in the background belongs to a sister. In this same neighborhood, we saw people just trying to clean up their property and mow the lawn because the government would come take your house or your property if there was no house on it, unless it appeared maintained, even if the lot was bare. Incidentally, you still had to pay your mortgage even if there was no house there. You could throw your trash out at the edge of the street, drywall, carpeting, lumber, and anything else, and a contractor would come pick it up with a dump truck. Keep in mind that what you're seeing is 18 months after the hurricane.